day, learners! Welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Julie, your science teacher. For today's lesson, we will discuss the first part of the module for this quarter, which are about Module 1 and Module 2. Have you ever wondered why Philippines is prone to earthquake? Or why it is ranked as third in the production of geothermal energy? Yeah, that's right. It's because of volcano. Philippines is one of the countries that belong to the Pacific Ring of Fire, meaning we have a lot of active volcano that could cause this kind of phenomena. Our learning objectives for this lesson: describe the different types of volcanoes and volcanic eruption, and explain what happens when volcanoes erupt. Before we proceed on our lesson, let us note first these following reminders. Utilize the use of comment section to answer or ask questions, and use appropriate words when chatting in the comment section. But before that, let's be familiarized with these words. You might be encounter this as we go along in our lesson. PHIVOLCS, Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology. Crater, an opening of the volcano resulting from an explosive eruption. Caldera, a large opening crater collapses following an explosive eruption. Magma, a semi-fluid material found within the earth, or also known molten rocks. Lava, magma ejected outside forming rocks. Tephra is a fragmental material produced by a volcanic eruption regardless of composition, fragment size, or emplacement mechanism. And lastly, pyroclastic materials. It is another name for cloud ash, lava fragments carried through the air, and vapor. Let us define what is a volcano. Volcano is a natural opening of the earth where molten rocks, hot gases, smoke, and ash are ejected. It comes in different shapes, sizes, structures, and a unique history of eruption. Example, Armayon Volcano in Bicol, Albay, and Taal Volcano in Batangas, Philippines. So what are the parts of volcano? Volcano is divided into three major parts, namely the base. Base is the lower part or portion of a volcano. It is also a part where magma chamber is located. The next one is the slope. This is the side or body of a volcano. It is also a part where other vents are formed. And lastly, the summit. It is the highest point or apex of the volcano. It is also a part where crater is found and volcanic materials comes out. Volcanoes are classified according to: the first one is record and eruption. Let us define first what is volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruption happen when lava and gas are discharged from a volcanic vent. Volcanoes may be classified as active or inactive based on the record of eruption. When we say active, those have a record of eruption within the last 600 years or those that erupted 10,000 years ago based on analysis of material. When we say active, these are the volcanoes that has a record of eruption within that range of years. When we say inactive, those have not erupted for the last 10,000 years and their physical form is being changed by agents of weathering and erosion. Meaning, these are the volcanoes that are not erupted within that range of years. When we speak of inactive, it is not literally non-erupting volcano. They can possibly erupted beyond that range of years. The list of active volcanoes in the Philippines are shown in your screen. The second classification of volcano is based according to volcanic landform or shape of its cone. We have three types of volcanic landforms. The first one is shield cone volcanoes. Shield cone volcanoes are formed by the accumulation of lava that oozes out from the volcano. Since non-viscous lava can flow freely, a broad, slightly domed structure that resembles a warrior shield is formed. Example, Mauna Loa in Hawaii. The second one is cinder cone volcanoes. Cinder cone volcanoes are built from ejected lava fragments, have steep slope, wide crater, and are the most abundant volcanoes among the three. Example, Mount Paricutin in Mexico. And lastly, the composite volcanoes. Composite volcanoes or composite cone volcanoes are also known as stratovolcanoes. These are large, nearly perfect slope structure formed from alternate solidification of both lava and pyroclastic materials. Example, our very own Mayon volcano in Bicol, Albay. And last classification is the style of volcanic eruption. Again, volcanic eruption happen when lava and gas are discharged from a volcanic vent. We have two types of volcanic eruption. Effusive eruption involve 18 basaltic magmas that flow freely with small amount of trapped gases. The other one is explosive eruption. It is tend to involve thick magmas with large amount of trapped gases. Volcanic eruption is categorized into 5 types. The first one is phreatic or also known as hydrothermal. It is a stream-driven eruption as the hot rocks come in contact with water. It is short-lived, characterized by ash columns, but may be an onset of a large eruption. The second one is phreatomagmatic. It is a violent eruption due to the contact between water and magma. As a result, a large column of very fine ash and high-speed and sideways emission of pyroclastic cold base surges are observed. The difference between the two: phreatic is stream-driven, where rocks come in contact with water, while phreatomagmatic is due to the contact between water and magma. The third one is strombolian. It is a periodic weak to violent eruption characterized by fountain of lava. The next one is volcanian. It is characterized by tall eruption column that reaches up to 20 kilometers high with pyroclastic flow and asphalt tephra. And lastly, phyllian. It is excessively explosive type of eruption of gas and pyroclastic. All of those types are dangerous to people, especially who live near the volcano. They are only differ according to the amount of energy and materials released from it. One of the materials of volcano is magma. Magma is a molten material inside the earth, whereas lava is molten material on the surface of the earth. One key to what makes the eruption unique is the chemical composition of the magma that feeds a volcano, which determines the eruption style, the type of volcanic cone that forms, and the composition of rocks that are found at the volcano. Magma collects in magma chamber in the crust at 160 kilometers or 100 miles beneath the surface of a volcano. The higher the amount of silica in the magma, the higher is its viscosity. Viscosity is a liquid's resistance to flow. So we have three types of magma. These types are described according to its composition, temperature, and viscosity. The first one is mafic or basaltic magmas. These are low in silica and contain darker magnesium, calcium, and iron-rich mafic minerals such as olivine and pyroxene, but low in potassium and sodium. In terms of temperature, it ranges for about 1,000 degrees Celsius to 1,200 degrees Celsius or 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit to 2,192 degrees Fahrenheit. In terms of viscosity, that is low. The second one is andesitic magma. In terms of composition, it has moderate amount of those material. In terms of temperature, it ranges for about 800 to 1,000 degrees Celsius or 1,472 degrees Fahrenheit to 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit. In terms of viscosity, same with moderate. And lastly, felsic or rhyolitic magmas. It has a higher amount of silica and contain lighter colored minerals such as quartz and orthoclase feldspar, high in potassium and sodium, but low in iron, magnesium, and calcium. In terms of temperature, it ranges for about 650 degrees Celsius to 800 degrees Celsius or 1,202 to 1,472 degrees Fahrenheit. In terms of viscosity, it has high amount of viscosity. Basaltic magmas tend to be fairly fluid or low viscosity, but their viscosity is still 10,000 to 100,000 times more viscous than water, while rhyolitic magmas tend to have even higher viscosity, ranging 1 to 100 million times more viscous than water. So now, let's proceed to the next one. How is the process of volcanic eruption? Magma continuously heated below the Earth's surface and it goes up. As magma rises, gas bubbles are developed. Pressure inside the volcano increases due to trapped bubbles within it. When the pressure exceeds the strength of overlying rocks, fracturing occurs, resulting in further drop in pressure. Enhanced or even more bubbles are formed. Lastly, magma is ejected as lava. So let us describe the volcano alert level listed on the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, also known as PHIVOLCS. Alert level 0 is quiet or no alert, meaning no eruption is foreseeable in the future. Alert level 1, low level of volcanic eruption, meaning no eruption imminent. Alert level 2, increasing unrest. Magma may rise from the Earth's crust, leading to possible volcanic eruption. Alert level 3, magmatic unrest. This may include seismic swarms, changing in temperature, and bubbling activity. Alert level 4, hazardous eruption imminent. Hazardous eruption possible in days. Alert level 5, hazardous eruption in progress, accompanied by lava flows. So what are the precautionary measures for volcanic eruptions before, during, and after volcanic eruption? Before volcanic eruptions, animals can often predict. So, if you see animals acting strangely, be ready to evacuate. Watch the news or listen to the radio for announcement. And prepare food, water, flashlights, and masks in case of emergencies. During volcanic eruptions, these are the things that you need to do. Wear a mask because volcanic eruptions may release harmful chemicals such as ash and sulfur. Stay inside the evacuation center until it is safe to go outside. And avoid low places because lava is more likely to flow there. After volcanic eruptions, these are the things that you need to do. Number 1, wear a mask when going back to your house and when cleaning your house. Wait for further announcement related to volcanic activities. And lastly, check your house for damages to know if it is still safe for you to live in. We all know that in every volcanic eruption, it may cause a huge problem not only to people but also in society. But don't forget that in every volcanic eruption, there is also a positive effects. Number 1, it can bring out various minerals buried deep inside the earth. It can fertile soils. It can lead to land formation, and it can be a tourist spot just like Mayon Volcano and Taal Volcano. And that's all the lesson for today. Thank you. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the bell for more updates on our next science class. Bye!